Hey, this is the MWX R1 Part 5. This is going to be the steering assembly. So here's what you're going to need for that. You're going to need, I believe that's 7 2 by 3 millimeter flatheads, 4 2 by 3 millimeter button heads. Get this steering post, get the rectangular carbon piece, the transponder mount, the red aluminum servo mount, the two bearings that come in the bag with this or with that. They come together, those bearings, the tie rod ends, the tie rods themselves, and this one right here is the smallest ball stud. That one is, I think it's a 3 or a 2 by like 1.5 ball stud. It's the smallest one. And then you get 3 of the medium sized one, which I think are 2 by 3 millimeter. And then you need the little tie rods themselves, and then the little set screw style thing for the drag link for the steering servo to the steering rack. And that should be all you need to get started. And one quick update. So on the front end assembly, which is part 4 of the build video, I already edited the video, so it should be on there. But when you're doing this camber caster plate, make sure to put the 0.3 millimeter shims under each of the ball studs. In the video, for some reason, the CAD file froze up on me and I didn't pay attention. And I said don't put them in there, but I still corrected it. But yeah, definitely make sure to put those shims in there. But okay, guys, yeah, let's get started. Not meant for 1/28th, but okay, so this one was left is tightened. This one's right. Let's see where we're at. I think I'm getting closer. So about right for the tie rod. Get the other one, put the slightest bit. It's actually probably easier if I put it inside here. Boom. And there it is, yeah. Yeah, got one side. Let's get the other side going. All right. How close are those? That is good enough for me. Good enough for now. Because once it's on the car, actually my digital calipers are broken. Otherwise, you just do it now. Okay, so boom. Tie rod's done. Okay, so now let's do the drag link. Get that one. You're going to take the tiny ones off the parts tree. This one, I have no idea. Hopefully this one's a tool. One's gonna suck. Oh no! You've got to be fucking shitting me. Okay, what's going on? I found the drag link right here, and now we're going to go ahead and assemble the steering, do the rest of the steering assembly. So finish the tie rods, get the drag link. Drag link's 14 millimeters. These two are supposed to be 24.8. So what you want to do is take this piece, hold it with the, the thinner side facing up, and then you can take the 3 millimeter ball studs and put them in the bottom on the two outside holes. Okay, and then let me double check with his build video. So yeah, boom boom.
I like to put the stripes towards the outside of the car because what you can do, a neat little trick is, if you need to adjust your toe, you can actually just hold this still while it's on the car, and every revolution you turn this is almost a degree of toe out or toe in. So if you're, you want to go one way or the other, simply hold it there, twist this one revolution or even a half revolution around to get your toe out instead of having to try to finagle it.
So he's just gonna pop them on. I will say all these pieces in the kits, they're nice and tight. There's not much wiggle, not too much slop, and that's just a good thing. Should lead to more consistency. Okay, so it looks like you get those pieces, get this piece, get a bearing, put the bearing on, go from the bottom, put the bearing in there, and I think he puts another bearing on top most likely. Yep, the other bearing on top. Oops. So you want them all together, and let's double check. I think we just used this one, and I think he's about to use a 3 millimeter flathead. Yep. Oh man. So there you go. That's done. Piece. It's gonna go like that, and this piece with the angled side is gonna go facing down. Can't really go any other way. And what is he using? It's got to be the 3 millimeter flatheads. So, okay, let's go back to the video. And be very careful with this carbon plate. Do not go crazy tightening it down, because you can see in mine it's like very thin, and or it gets machined out. It's very, very thin. Okay, get those, just keep them loose on there just enough so they don't come off, and then you can tighten everything down once you get the servo in. I like to Loctite everything, even though this definitely doesn't need Loctite. So for this car, you basically want to use any servo where the servo wire comes out the bottom. Now he's probably going to update this bracket because now the new MWX servos are going to have the servo wire coming out of the side. So there's going to be an update coming soon. If you do want to run the servo wire that comes out the side, you're just going to need to grind out a little channel for that servo wire to go, and then it'll fit in right away. But I would just, depending on when you see this video, get the MWX servo, because once he gets that servo with the new revised way to fit it in, it's going to be pretty sweet. but let's go ahead and continue. So just so you see what I'm talking about, the button head screw, it's hitting the servo itself. It's just the head of the screw is too wide, so you just kind of got to push it through, and it kind of gives at some point. Not really, but okay. Get those tight. Now we can probably tighten down these. So
okay, these are all good to go.
You can use button heads on the servo post, and that's because you can adjust your Ackerman with the slot that's right there.
okay, now get those button heads. A little tricky to hold in place, but once you got it started in a little bit, get the other screw in.
Usually you're running either all the way forward or all the way back, but either way it's fine. Alright, so now we have our linkage all set. We're going to snap this on here.
Okay, so this is how you adjust your Ackerman. Screw it forward, back, middle. We're gonna keep it. We're gonna keep it all the way forward. See how it shims? So let's keep it all the way forward. Tighten the bottom one. Snug them up, and just be sure that those are the 3 or 4 millimeter buttons, not the flatheads you want to put there. Go ahead and oh, I never put this ball stud on the top. So the top, make sure to use the smaller one. Yeah, this is the smaller one. They look so similar. You got to be careful. Oh, I guess it's not that one. Okay. Get this final one in there. Okay. That's pretty much almost all the way down. Yep, that feels good. So I didn't put the servo horn on there. But that's pretty much the front end. Then, yeah, I'll continue the build, but that wraps us up.